Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Alright, what I want to talk about something. I watched I watched a John Campea video, and last night because I was just scrolling through YouTube, and one thing I saw was the title Discovery plans on changing HBO to just Max or something like that along the lines. Now, okay, I understand you want to be creative, and different, but that is the worst name for a streaming service. Just naming a streaming service Max to not overshadow other companies or other stuff that you have in your library and IP, which it doesn't really matter in a way. But that's besides the point. I mean, it's not that it's a bad name for a streaming service. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's just generic. Max. It's the whitest, genericest name you can possibly think of. Max. Like, how are your friends, your coworkers, your family gonna react to when you're like, oh, I'm on Max? Like, or like, I'm watching a movie on Max, or I'm watching a Max show or a Max movie. You gotta be creative. Like, don't get me wrong, Max is fine for a person name or for a human person name, but like, Max as a streaming service doesn't really roll off the tongue. It's not as funny, as Peacock. Like Peacock, you can just meme the living hell out of that streaming service, which is funny. Like, but you gotta have some thought process. Like, you gotta have some originality, Like, it's my problem is when you're thinking about things long term, you have to give some effort to it, And don't get me wrong, it's not that it's not that it didn't have effort, but the naming process, the possibility for the naming process for when Discovery and HBO merge into one single streaming service, and just naming it Max just kind of felt lazy, It's kind of that thing that just sounds lazy in the idea process, Like, now it could very well not become Max, but we don't really know till we see proof of what will be come spring of 2023. So yeah, it's a unique process, to say the least. But anyways, I'm not really sure how I feel about naming the new possible merged streaming service, the major streaming service, just Max. It just feels lazy to me. Like, it doesn't feel creative or interesting enough, you know? But that's just me, you know? I wonder, I really, truly wonder, is creativity, does no one have any creativity anymore? Like, what happened to creativity? You know, like, I remember years ago, when I was a little kid, I would thrive on creativity. You know, nowadays, there's no creativity. There's just plain Janes and regular Joe Schmoes, you know? Being funny and creative was a thing of the past. I mean, there are some really cool, creative, funny people out there, but it's kind of like a dying art nowadays, you know? It's like a dying breed. Just being creative and original with naming things and people and whatnot, you know? And it's just like, we value genericism, if that's even a word, over being creative and funny and expressing great, creative, original ideas. Like, for example, Cocaine Bear. Funny, creative, and hilarious. And it's kind of an original. Even though it's not really an original. I mean, the movie idea is original. Or the name of the movie is original. But the premise is like redonkulous in every shape and form. But the thing is, that's creative, and there's a lot of thought and process in that storyline and, you know, imagination, you know? Like, you can tell imagination ran freaking wild like freaking Hulkamania. But the thing is, with this, it doesn't feel original and creative, you know? Like, it just feels generic. Like any typical thing nowadays, you know? Like, everything has either a plus in the title or just builds on the plus stuff, which is fine. like you have Discovery Plus, right? Till they merge with HBO Max to form one major single streaming service, right? You have Disney Plus, you have Peacock, you have Paramount Plus, you have, I don't know, you have Hulu, you have Netflix, you have whatever, you know, and like it doesn't really feel original. Just naming something Max, you know, like that's just me. But who knows what the new streaming service name is going to be? But that's till we find out sometime in the spring. Who knows what it's actually gonna be called? I hope it's not gonna. I hope it's not gonna be called Max, because that's like the whitest. That's like one of the whitest names you can think of. The whitest genericest name you can think of. Max. Max. Like think about it. You wanna like picture this, guys, okay? Picture one of your coworkers, your friend, one of your friends, one of your family members ask, "Oh, what are you doing tonight?" "Oh, I'm just gonna chillax and go on Max, see what's interesting on Max." Like, you see, or, "Honey, crack that popcorn open, pop that popcorn, and we're going on Max." Date night with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, and you're like, honey, let's stay in. Let's cuddle up and go on Max. Let's just stay in and watch Max, baby. Let's just watch Max. I don't really feel like going in. We can order out, or we can order in and watch, go on Max, eat food, eat dinner, and go on Max, baby. Oh my God, honey, I love that idea. Okay, babe. All right. What do you want to watch on Max? We got this movie, we got this show, we got that. Oh, this looks interesting. That looks interesting. What could we possibly do on Max? Like, you know, it doesn't. That just makes me sick to my stomach. Just thinking about saying some of the stuff I just said. I apologize for that cringe-worthy stuff ahead of time, but they were just all jokes. Don't take me serious. Please don't take me serious at all with the jokes I just said, or the scenarios I just suggested or kind of acted out. Like, come on, have originality, you know? Have interesting inspirations. You know, Max just feels generic and plain. Like, okay, I do have to admit, yes, it is different than all the other streaming services, but who knows? Who really knows at this point? You know? But anyways, that's just me. And that's all I have for you guys so far for right now. Please like, share, subscribe, and if you want to comment, that would be really nice. Also, I was at like 156 to 155 to back to 154 to 153 to now back at 152. So if you want to subscribe, please subscribe, and let's reach the next goal of mine, which is 200 subscribers. It's really appreciated to hit that next milestone of 200 subscribers and whatnot, because it would be really cool to just have this channel really take off, and I can do a lot more creative stuff and build on more creative stuff. So yeah, anyways, once again, that's all I have for you guys so far for right now. Please like, share, subscribe, and have a good day. Thanks. Bye.